Good evening. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about BR-20-E1 and provide a little bit more information about that tonight. BR-20-E1 is a project on 17th Street and 25th Avenue South in the city of Fargo. Just quick agenda, we'll do staff introductions, give a brief project overview, talk a little bit about special assessments, and then opportunity for questions. So here with us tonight for the city of Fargo, we have Aaron Edgar, project manager for the city of Fargo. Doug Durgan, he's with special assessments. He can provide any special assessment questions you might have. And myself, Tom Knockmus, assistant city engineer. City of Fargo will be doing the inspection and project management on this project, but KLJ did do the design, and we have Scott Middaugh with KLJ here tonight as well. So here's the project location, kind of two components. There's a small portion of street reconstruction on 25th Avenue, and then that street reconstruction continues up 17th Street. And then we are performing a mill and overlay on 25th Avenue from about 18th Street nearly to University Drive. So again, like I mentioned, 25th Avenue, partial reconstruction of the street from about 17th Street to 16th Street. And this is to accommodate the installation of storm sewer. Again, on 25th Avenue, mill and overlay on that from 18th Street to just past 14th Street. And again, that mill and overlay is just generally to improve the ride quality and extend the life of the pavement. So on 17th Street, we are doing a full reconstruction from 25th Avenue South to 21st Avenue South. So we'll replace the water main, we'll replace water services, sewer services, and driveway approaches up to the sidewalk. We'll also do sidewalk repairs as necessary along the project, install new streetlights, and replace storm sewer. So the project is bid next week, next Wednesday on February 19th. The start date's not known yet. Likely it will be in May of 2020, but once we have a contractor, we'll have a better understanding of when they plan to start, and then we'll communicate that with the public as well. The completion for the project is anticipated to be late September of this year. So we do have some timing constraints along the project, and it's ultimately just to minimize impact to the residents along the area. So the 25th Avenue reconstruction portion can be closed for up to 14 days. And then access to Columbus Circle can be limited for a maximum of 3 times up to 8 hours each time. Otherwise, it will be maintained. On 25th Avenue, the mill and overlay portion, the roadway must remain open at all times. The contractor may choose to use flaggers for that. And then the roadway must be paved within 14 days of when the milling takes place on the roadway surface. And then on 17th Street, it is split into 3 different phases. Each phase is limited to 35 days. Work cannot overlap on any of the phases, so they must do one before they move into the next. And again, it's just to minimize the impact and maximize the available on-street parking for those that will be impacted. So just some project details about the project. The contractor must maintain access for garbage and recycling pickup, or they must pick those up. Pedestrian access will be maintained on a hard surface throughout the project, either on one side or the other of the roadway. Temporary water pipes will be strung along the project to maintain water service. Temporary mailboxes will be constructed and placed at the intersection of 17th Street and 21st Avenue for those residents along 17th Street. Driveways may be widened if it complies with city ordinance. We do have forms available for that if anyone's interested. There will be 25 new trees that are planted along 17th Street. And then in the end of the project, the boulevards will be graded and seeded. And then once that gets established, which is about 70% establishment, it does become the property owner's responsibility to maintain from that point. I mentioned temporary water lines. This is kind of what you'll see along the project. Typically this yellow pipe runs adjacent to the sidewalk. And then there will be hoses that go up to the properties to provide that temporary service while construction is ongoing. So the project cost is estimated at about $1,445,000. There are some fees and contingencies that we do add to those project costs. So with that, it's just short of $1.9 million. So the way that that project is being funded, that full $1.9 million, about $65,000, there's just a little bit of work that we're doing with wastewater. About $220,000 in water utility. State funds or prairie dog funds is just over $1 million, and then special assessments is about $600,000. So as you can see, it's about 32% special assessed. So how are those special assessments calculated? So water main, including water service replacement, that's capped at $40 a front foot for all the properties. There is no assessment for the sanitary sewer service replacement. Storm sewer, it kind of depends on the location of the project, but it's basically ultimately based on the location and the size of the lot. There is no assessment for the street lights. Mill and overlay is spread to a wider area along 25th Avenue, and again, that's based on location and front footage. The partial reconstruction of 25th Avenue, there are no special assessments associated with that. For the work along 17th Street, that is spread to only those properties that do directly front 17th Street. So by our special assessment policy, a single family property pays $85 a front foot, and then MR tier 2 and 3 pay $130 and $170 respectively. That's what our policy says. We do use state funds to buy that down by 50% for each one of those. So a single family property would pay $42.50 per front foot. MR tier 2 is $65 and tier 3 is $85. With that, we do have Aaron Edgar, our project manager here, and Doug with our special assessment division that can help answer any questions that you might have. Thank you.